Hello and welcome back to Dilshan Time. Today I will be reviewing my Seiko SNXA11. This is what it looks like up close. But before I had the opportunity to wear this gorgeous thing on my wrist, I purchased it and unboxed it, and that's what this video will be today. I have 3 of these right now, one on my wrist, one in my hand, and one in my other hand. I literally have 3 of the same watches because that's what my life has come to right now. However, I only have 2 wrists and I don't love watches to the point where I wear more than 1 watch on my wrist at any particular time. Therefore, 2 out of these 3 SNXA11s will be for sale. Link in the description below. Just send me a message on my Instagram or my Facebook or my Twitter and we can get in touch and sort out the sale. Anyway, this watch is fantastic. It has served me very well and I'm very happy with my purchase. Salmon dial watches have suddenly become so popular and everyone's in the market for one, the Seiko SNXA11 being the most highly demanded. And when people are unable to purchase what really is a unicorn, they turn toward the next salmon dial Seiko, and that is the SNXA11. So I think that's enough of background to this watch. Now let's get into the unboxing and take a look at the watch up close. Today, I will be unboxing the Seiko SNXA11. Now, this is a discontinued model with a highly sought after salmon dial, and I managed to source 3 watches, 2 of which will come with its full set, and the other one will be naked. 2 of those are available on my Instagram link below. Before we start, let's obviously do a wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my half gold Rolex Datejust, reference number 1601 from 1972. So now let's get into the unboxing. The first thing that I'll be taking out is a Seiko manual. This contains a warranty card, which also says certificate of guarantee. Pretty standard for Seiko models to have these pieces of documentation. And now we can get into the proper items that we want to see. Obviously, the double box from Seiko, and then we will open it up and find the Seiko SNXA11. Really slow and steady, and there we have it. It is a stunning little dial, pink, salmon, a hint of orange if you ask me. I see that as well. It is a very nice watch. Seiko 5, obviously the cheapest Seiko line, most affordable back in the day. Now obviously the discontinued models have shot up in prices in the secondary market. Here you have the Seiko SNXA tags attached to the clasp of the bracelet, and you can see that the previous owner had bought it for a mere 567 ringgit. Now that equates to round about under $200, I think about $120 US maybe. That's how much these retailed for. And now, because of the salmon popularity rising in the watch world, we see these prices shooting up to $500, $600, $700, $800, obviously depending on the set completeness and of course the condition. Now this is a pretty standard Seiko. If you take away its dial, it's a Seiko 5, which means it comes with its 5 default features, and that is it has to be durable, it has to be water resistant, it has to have a display case back, the day and date complication, and of course it has to be automatic. There are some discrepancies. Some people say that the crown has to be at the 4 o'clock. Obviously this isn't the case. Here you see me just testing out the winding. This is something that you have to do every time you buy a new watch. It's just to wind it 24 hours, make sure the day and date wheels change, and then after you set the time, I'll go ahead and check if the day and date wheel turn when they are supposed to. Seiko shuffle, and I'll be unwrapping all these plastic stickers and stuff on the watch, which is very nice to have from an old discontinued timepiece. This one will be the one I keep. I'll be selling the other two, one of which you'll see later on in this video, and the other one will be on my Instagram. Don't forget, all my links are in the description below. Anyway, look at that amazing dial. The salmon color plays with the light very wonderfully, and based on your lighting conditions, sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's a little orangey. You can dress it up with a series of different straps that change its appearance. I'll show you how it looks on the wrist. For my mere 6¼ inch wrist, it fits perfectly, and so do most of the Seiko 5 vintage models, and some of the models today as well. The SNXA11 obviously being my first ever proper luxury watch, and the 37, if I'm not wrong, 37mm case width. It just hits my sweet spot. I usually wear watches between 31 to 39mm. 38 is usually as good as it gets for me. Anywhere within 35 to 38 will be my sweet spot, and this just hits home with its presence on my wrist. It comes with a bracelet that honestly I'm not very much a fan of. I do prefer an oyster style or a jubilee style bracelet, but the bracelet is not bad in terms of durability and in terms of hardiness, but in terms of appearance, I am not much of a fan of this bracelet. Now, the SNXA11 is part of the SNXA line, which comes with so many other highly sought after discontinued models, including the SNXA05, a ice blue variant, which I am going to be getting in very soon, and I cannot wait for that. Next, let's open up the second SNXA11. Now, you have to bear in mind that many retailers reboxed these, so it's common to find the same identical model being sold in a very different Seiko box. It's very, very common for Seiko's different retailers have their own ways of handling it, and honestly, this does not affect their resale value. Whatever, as long as it comes in a proper Seiko box with its respective warranty card and documentation, the watch is good enough, and it will be worth as much as another watch of the same model that comes in a separate or contrasting box. Now, as you can see here, the one on the left is slightly more orange. The one on the right, I think, is slightly pinkier. And like I say, these vary from Seikos to Seikos, from watches to watches. They change. They change maybe due to lighting. The sunlight has an effect on your watches. So maybe it fades to an orange. Maybe it fades to a pink. I'm yet to experiment for myself. But just look at this wonderful little salmon dial. It is a very versatile watch as well, because you can dress it up on a NATO. You can dress it up on a nice leather strap. You can put it on a NATO if you wanted to. You can leave it on the bracelet, which I think some people find okay, but I just am not a fan of the bracelet. Now, looking at the two, they are stunning, simply stunning. I can understand why these are so hard to source, and for those of you who are having trouble finding one of decent quality, you know I've got 2 for sale now, so please hit the links in the description below, send me a message if you have an offer to make, and we can get in touch. So this Seiko, this other SNXA11 is also in a full set with its certificate of guarantee, all the necessary handwritten bits and pieces of information, all written and concealed within the instruction manual, which fits very nicely in the Seiko box, and it comes with spare links as well for the bigger wristed. Now the Seiko SNXA is the alternative, believe it or not. Although this watch sells for way above its retail price, it is not what most people are looking for when they search for a salmon Seiko. Most people who search for a salmon Seiko are looking for the SARB 037, the king of the salmon Seikos. The SARB 037 sells for a ridiculous price. In fact, I think it sells way above $3,000, which I think is just stupid, because you can buy an SNXA11 and modify it with dolphin hands, and you pretty much have a Seiko SARB, only in a slightly different case, but the salmon is equally as attractive, if you ask me. Although, if I'm being fair, I've yet to hold a Seiko SARB 07, so I'm basing my opinion off pictures and videos I've seen on the internet. So after a quick resizing of the bracelet, I have put it on my wrist for a wrist shot, and I am absolutely in love with this thing. The Seiko SNXA11 is here to stay in my collection for the short, medium, long term. This will be the watch I keep for a very, very, very long time, and I doubt I will ever be tempted into a sale. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new around here, and please take a look at all the links in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and spending time with me on Doshin Time. I will see you in the next one.